Hey guys, it's Will, and welcome back to Horology Digital, where we do reviews, how-tos, and everything in between. Today we got a really good one. I think you guys are going to like this one. It's been reviewed to death, but I want to jump in on it too. It's not a new release, but it's one I've been looking for a while, and finally got my hands on one. So this is the most current release of the Timex Ironman Flicks. It's a really cool watch and I love the colors, but I only got it because I couldn't find the one I was really looking for. And what I got here is that watch. So I've been looking for this watch for a while now with no luck. I've looked through online retailers, local shops, eBay, Amazon, different countries on Amazon, and just no luck. Until Christmas time last month when I came across a seller on eBay. He seemed to still have a bunch of stock of them, and I couldn't resist. I'm sure many of you know where it's going since I got this one out over here. So let's open her up and see what we got. Let's get this off right here. And look at that. If that's not a beauty, I don't know what is. Let's get her out of this box. And off her pillow. Look at this beauty. This color is so awesome and brings me back to the original one. Now, the original was released in 1999, and I can only assume that it's been going for a while, until its inevitable discontinuation, until we got the Huckberry release. Unfortunately, mine did not come with the Huckberry packaging. I just got the standard Timex box. I'm not complaining too much, I'm more interested in the watch than the box, but from a collector's point of view, would have been nice to have a box. So as a reference number, we have TW2V64900. Kind of rolls off the tongue, wouldn't you say? The movement is obviously digital quartz. We got 100 meters of water resistance. The crystal is acrylic. It's gonna scratch up, but you know I love my poly watch. It's gonna get all those scratches right off. Next up, we got the case diameter of about 44 millimeters. Sounds big, but it wears very well. And this is honestly one of the most comfortable watches I've ever worn in my life. Case height, we have about 13 millimeters, which is kind of on the thick side. But for a watch like this, you really won't tell a difference, especially with the comfort that it gives you. We got a resin band, which is quite durable, very supple and soft, and it conforms beautifully to the wrist. A nice bandwidth of 18 millimeters, but you're not going to want to swap this out unless it snaps on you or cracks, but you'd have to put it through hell, I assume, to do that. I wouldn't worry too much about cracking the acrylic. You have a nice raised bezel all around. The markings are printed on, which is not the best thing. I would have preferred indented with paint filled in, so at least if the lettering fades, you can always fill it in with a paintbrush and just wipe off the excess around the bezel. All in all, it's no G-Shock, but I kind of prefer the look of this better to many G-Shocks. Don't get me wrong, I love my G-Shocks, but a lot of them don't wear well on me. That's just a personal preference. I haven't tried this one on yet, but if this one's anything to compare to, it's incredibly comfortable and it feels like you're wearing nothing at all. The G-Shock squares are beautiful, they fit me well, but nothing compares to this one the way it feels on my wrist. Let's get this tag off and put it on. And would you look at that? How could you not like this watch? It's absolutely stunning. Now I find it kind of strange that Huckberry has no mention of their name on this watch, on the case back, on the crystal, nowhere on the band, buckle, anywhere at all. I'm kind of okay with that because I really like that they kept it one-to-one to the original, except for a few lines of lettering here on the crystal. Other than that, it's pretty much an identical copy to the original one. Let's compare the two. Now obviously the main difference between the new one and the Huckberry is the orange. But the case is also much lighter on the Huckberry. I kind of prefer the look of it. We've got a darker gunmetal gray on the newer release, and I find the lighter silver really pops on the yellow one. Either way, they're both awesome looking and I'm super happy to have both of them. But if I had to choose, I'd go with the original all day long. There's just something about yellow on a watch that really gets me. I can't say it brings me back to the 90s because the orange on here was also used on some of the Ironmans back then. I couldn't tell you what it is. I just really like the color on it. All in all, this is an awesome watch, and any athlete or collector would be ecstatic to have this. I know it's been made famous by Jocko Willink. Now, I'm not too familiar with him, but I know he posts on Instagram about how he wakes up at 4:30 to do his workouts with this watch, and that's pretty cool. It looks like his has been through hell, but hey, that just proves how tough this thing really is. Now, if any of you have been looking for this as much as I have, I'll link the seller down below. It's Rubicon watches on eBay, so if you guys are interested, check them out. That's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys all enjoyed it, and if you have any suggestions on other watches I can review, maybe from my vintage collection, or some newer ones you'd like me to review, let me know in the comments down below. For now, take it easy, and you got time on your side.